Now that I've returned to my original form, will I never hear this maid call me Xiaofeng so affectionately again?
Then your majesty, I'll be heading out, okay?
Wait. Little maid, the words I spoke to Qin Fei by the lake were not in jest.
Of course your majesty is the son of heaven, and everything you say shall be, so how could you be joking? Wait, just now which part of what he said exactly was the emperor referring to? It couldn't be.
You may be a maid today, but tomorrow I could make you the empress and the master of the harem.
It really was that. You're joking, right?
I'm the son of heaven and everything I say shall be, so how could I be joking? If you want, I can send out an imperial edict tomorrow declaring.
No, I don't want it, and you don't either.
True, you may find it difficult to adapt if you were to suddenly become empress. Then senior concubine Jiaoyi or noble imperial concubine Jieyu. Why not pick between those two first?
How can I? Your majesty, which of the concubines in your harem isn't a beauty of many talents? Do I suit a position like that? No, I don't. I'm perfectly content with the position of a maid.
Without dreams, what difference is there between a human and a fish? Besides, if I say you suit it, then you suit it.
Your majesty, you're such a kidder. Oh my, your majesty, you must be exhausted after saving me from the lake today. The royal personage must be cared for properly, so hurry up and get some rest. I'll be leaving then, I won't bother you any longer.
This maid is neither covetous nor greedy, it only leads me to appreciate her all the more. No matter, she's still inside my harem either way, she can't escape.
Just what is going on with the emperor that he actually wants to grant me an imperial concubine position? That shocked me to death, but why do I feel so restless after hearing that? Hang on, my appearance right now is that of Yuner. If the emperor really does have a favorable impression of my current form, then once Yuner returns, wouldn't the completion of my mission simply be a matter of course?
Xiao my esteemed self has returned.
Qinchuan? What took you so long? Did you find that medical book or whatever? Can Feng Xiao's ailment be cured?
Xiao why is it that you're only asking about Feng Xiao? My esteemed self has only just returned, but you don't care about me at all. I'm so jealous.
Do you think you can compare to my mission? Speak, bird.
Okay, my esteemed self shall inform you. I've indeed discovered something. The Emperor's ailment can be cured, however.
However what?
However, in order to make sure, my esteemed self shall need to examine the Emperor's current condition first.
Are you messing with me? The man is the Emperor, the most exalted of the exalted. He's surrounded by his shadow guard, under heavy guard, and he's also immune to divine arts. How do you plan to examine him?
I'll have to rely on you, Xiao. You're exceptionally intelligent, and I believe you'll find a way.
This guy's, the moment he shows up, he gives me an impossible task. Whatever, Feng Zhao's ailment is more important. Once he's cured, I'm gonna grill that parrot.
Next day.
I thought about it for an entire night, and finally my brilliant mind was able to figure out a way for Qinchuan to meet with Feng Xiao. I hope everything goes smoothly today.
Freeze. The Imperial quarters are His Majesty's living space. Outsiders are not permitted entry. Hurry up and leave.
Could I trouble you to make a report to Feng, to the Emperor? Just tell him Yuner wants to see him.
Yuner? Sure. Just wait here.
It's such a hassle to be a human. When I was in canary form, I could come and go from the Imperial quarters whenever I wanted.
His Majesty has agreed. Please enter. His Majesty has always been cold and distant. In the past, even his concubines were rarely able to meet him, yet His Majesty is willing to meet with such an unremarkable maid.
Thank you, Big Brother Imperial Guard. Your Majesty? Your Majesty, I'm coming in, okay?
What is it? After spending a night apart, are you so impatient to see me again? Even throwing yourself into my arms?
No way, I wasn't thinking about. Wait, that's not right. I almost forgot my objective. Your Majesty, you're right. I was thinking about you so much. A single day without seeing you feels as if we were apart for 3 autumns. And not seeing you for a whole night was as if we were apart for an entire year.
What are you?
Your Majesty, when I thought about how you jumped in the water to save me, I was both moved and worried. Your royal personage is precious. Jumping in the water like that. What if you caught a cold?
I'm fine. I didn't expect this maid to be so worried about me. Could she perhaps?
How is it fine? Your Majesty, look how red your face is. Could you have a fever?
No, it's just too hot in the Imperial quarters.
How is it hot in here? Your Majesty, you can't value your health so poorly. Luckily, I bumped into the Imperial physician on the way here. Quick, let's have him come and examine your royal personage. Feng Zhao's face really is hot. He couldn't actually have a fever, could he?
Understood. Please stay a little further away from me.
Oh. The heck, now he's avoiding me?
Someone go and fetch the Imperial physician.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Great, the plan's going smoothly. With how cooperative the Emperor is being right now, I can forgive him for avoiding me for the time being.
Your Majesty, the Imperial physician has arrived.
Your servant Chen Chuan greets the Emperor.
When did you enter the palace as an Imperial physician? Why haven't I ever seen you before?
Your servant arrived only recently and has been shadowing Imperial physician Hui until now, so Your Majesty might not yet have any impression of this humble servant.
Oh, is that so?
Your Majesty, I've seen him before. His medical skills are the real deal.
But,
No buts. Look how hot your face is. Hurry up and let the Imperial physician examine you, okay? Otherwise my heart will ache.
this maid, her heart aches for me.
Xiao Mian, you wouldn't. You're actually using seduction techniques to handle the Emperor. I'm so jealous.
Jealous my butt, our relationship barely goes beyond that of fellow birds. Now hurry up and cure my host. The heck are you dawdling for?
Emperor, your humble servant shall begin your examination.
This man's temperament is unusual. He's definitely no simple Imperial physician.
This is...
Imperial physician Chen, is there something wrong with my body? Could he have noticed my old affliction? Those who discover my secret cannot be allowed to live.
No, nothing. Congratulations, Emperor. The royal personage is stable and without abnormalities. Feng Xiao isn't the supreme ruler of the world for nothing. The murderous qi that's faintly leaking out is enough to make even a divine being like myself tremble.
If that's so, then Imperial physician Chen may take his leave.
Yes, this humble servant shall leave first.
It seems like Qin Chuan's discovered something. I have to leave till I can ask him about it. Your Majesty, everything's okay as long as you're fine. I'll be leaving now, okay?
Wait, did I say you could go?
That's, Your Majesty, was there something else you needed?
What is your relationship with Imperial physician Chen?
Relationship? There is no relationship, of course. How could I have any sort of relationship with an Imperial physician? Your Majesty, you have quite the sense of humor.
Is that so? Then why such impatience to leave, if not to go and meet him?
How could that be? Why would I, a maid, need to meet an Imperial physician? Please don't falsely accuse me like that. This bastard Emperor is way too sharp.
Really?
Of course, Your Majesty. Seeing as you're not sick, I can rest easy now. I'm leaving now.
That maid is definitely hiding something from me. Number 7, Number 8.
Your Majesty.
Number 7, conduct a check on Qin Chuan's background. I want a detailed report on his situation, including when he entered the palace. Number 8, follow Yuner in secret. I want to know her every move after stepping through that gate.
Yes, sir.
That maid has definitely never met that Qin Chuan before. That person, it's almost as if he appeared out of nowhere. And yet those two give me a similar feeling. Is it just a mistaken impression on my part?
Qin Chuan, how is it? Have you figured out how to cure my host's ailment?
What's the rush? Xiao Mian, why did it take you so long to come out? You kept my esteemed self waiting.
It's Feng Zhao's fault, not mine. He wouldn't let me go. He's seriously way too sharp. He almost found out that I was coming to meet you.
Xiao Mian, it seems like Feng Xiao cares a lot about you. Why do I get the feeling that he likes you?
Likes me? How could that be? There's no way, right?
What are you blushing for? Xiao Mian, you haven't fallen for Feng Xiao, have you?
Don't get fresh with me, you lecherous bird.
Ah, I'm sorry. Xiao Mian is so fierce.
You're overthinking it. How could I fall for a mere mortal?
As long as you remember, you're a divine being, sooner or later, you'll have to return to the divine realm. You're only here to complete your mission, nothing else. If you're really looking for someone to date Xiao Mian, then feel free to come find me.
Yeah, why are you always so frivolous? Truly a waste of a handsome face. Hurry up and tell me Feng Zhao's situation. Stop blathering.
Look how impatient you are. don't worry, according to what I observed, so long as you gather a certain 5 heavenly spirits and earthly treasures, you can cure Feng Xiao's ailment.
Which 5 heavenly spirits and earthly treasures?
Fuji, fairy dew, holy fruit, mystic lotus and spirit grass from Mount Nyun. But these 5 items aren't easy to obtain, indeed some of their locations are entirely unknown.
Nursing Feng Xiao back to health is going to be a real pain. I'm going to be busy. I'll go and investigate the whereabouts of those spirit treasures right now.
There's no rush, you can search for a suitable person to bear Feng Xiao's child first. Feng Xiao's ailment is currently very stable. I would have expected him to have relapsed several times, but it's as if it's been suppressed by some sort of divine item.
The credit for that goes to me, of course. A few days ago, his ailment was acting up, so I loaded him up with fairy wine, several bottles of it.
You did what? You gave Feng Xiao fairy wine? And several bottles at that?
What of it? Don't they say that a single sip of fairy wine will let a mortal live for 100 years?
You said yourself that a single sip will let a mortal live for 100 years, and you still gave Feng Xiao several bottles? Were you not afraid he'd burst? He's seriously lucky to have even survived until now. Did he really not have any sort of side effects after drinking it?
No, he just disappeared for a few days. Oh, and on the second day when I went to see him, I found a little boy instead, and wouldn't you know, they actually looked really similar.
They're the same person.
What did you say? The kid and who are the same person?
Feng Xiao.
Feng Xiao and who are the same person?
The kid.
What about the kid and Feng Xiao?
I said Feng Xiao was that little boy, and that little boy was Feng Xiao. That's the side effect of being given too much fairy wine.
So you were here as expected.
Perfect timing. This wretch actually lied to me that he and Xiao Feng weren't the same person. I'm definitely going to settle the score with him.
This little maid lied to me and had a tryst with the imperial physician, and yet she dares to glare at me so confidently. I've spoiled her too much.
You're here.
I am.
You shouldn't be.
Yet I am.
Do you know what's going to happen to you now that you're here?
I don't care what's going to happen.
Hey Emperor, why the sudden visit? This humble servant will panic.
Panic? And yet I don't seem to have noticed Imperial Physician Shen's panic disorder. A dignified Imperial physician who has the gall to not only not be studying in the Imperial clinic, but to be meeting with a maid for a tryst?
This humble servant.
Who's having a tryst? Your Majesty, don't slander people. I sought out Imperial Physician Shen because I wanted to make sure you were healthy.
Is that so? Then I've misunderstood you, is that it? In that case, come.
Your Majesty.
Whenever this bastard emperor calls for someone, it's never for anything good. It can't be that he plans to use violence against me, could it? If that's the case, then don't blame me for making the first move.
Maid Yuner's clear loyalty has deeply moved me. I hereby proclaim that the Maid Yuner shall be granted the title of Noble Imperial Concubine Yun. Bring forth the reward I've prepared.
What? Imperial concubine? Your Majesty, wait.
Xiao Mian really has gotten herself into it now.
By the Emperor's command, Noble Imperial Concubine Yun is bestowed 1 set of green hair pins, a set of green jade rui, a set of jade bracelets, a set of green jewelry.
This is way too much green. Is this bastard emperor trying to hint at something?
Come, Noble Imperial Concubine, put on this green hairpin. You must keep your status in mind and always be alert. Don't go giving it back to me.
Hang on, Feng Xiao. What's the meaning of this? I haven't agreed to any.
So unruly, it's my fault for spoiling you.
Congratulations, Your Majesty. Congratulations, Noble Imperial Concubine. We hope for Your Majesty to quickly produce an imperial heir, prosperity to our Xiao country.
That Emperor, this humble servant will be direct. Are you perhaps doing this because—
What is it? Everything beneath the heavens belongs to me. What's more, this is my palace. Could it be that you're defying me?
This humble servant wouldn't dare.
That's good then, Imperial Physician Shen. Take care not to desire that which does not belong to you, or you might attract something deadly. You're dismissed.
Yes, sir. It looks like the Emperor really does have feelings for Yun Mian. This isn't good.
This Qin Chuan, I must discover everything about his identity.
Hang on, Your Majesty. Just what are you doing all of a sudden? Who comes on this strongly? I still haven't agreed to.
Who was it who said a single day without seeing me feels as if we were apart for 3 autumns? Who held my shoulder and cried out that her heart was aching? And who was it who pulled me this way and that, sticking to me like glue, day in and day out?
It wasn't me.
One who flirts with no intent is scrum. Noble imperial concubine Yun, you have no intention to become a sea king, do you?
That's ridiculous. What's with this sea king nonsense? In short, I don't accept this title. Your Majesty, a melon twisted off the vine will not be sweet.
Whether it's sweet or not, one has to taste it to find out, don't they? In short, this noble imperial concubine title is already yours.
Why do you want me to become the noble imperial concubine? Could it be that your Majesty likes me?
What do you think?
I knew it. This bastard emperor is just messing with me again. How could he possibly like?
Correct, I like you.
Huh? I didn't mishear him right? He said that he likes me?
Are you stupid? To bestow you with the title of noble imperial concubine, of course it's because I care for you.
Then do you like my appearance or my personality? Wait, why the heck am I asking something like this?
Are they not both you? If it's you, then I like everything.
They're not the same. Forget it. Why am I asking this? It has nothing to do with me anyway.
What do you mean nothing to do with you? I've already told you that I like you. Should you not give me a response?
What response? I'm not responding.
You duplicitous woman.
Me, duplicitous? Wait, speaking of which, I still have a bone to pick with you. You said that you sent people to save Xiao Feng, so where is he? I want to see him.
Why are you suddenly bringing up Xiaofeng? I sent him out of the palace to recuperate. You can't meet him easily.
You're still pretending? Recuperating my foot. I know everything. Xiao Feng is you. You're Xiao Feng.
How could you know that?
Why do you care how I know? In short, you lied to me and had me take you back to my room, had me bathe you, had me sleep with you. You were taking advantage of me, pure and simple.
You were the one who forced me to bathe, and you were also the one who pulled me to bed. I haven't even blamed you for any of that yet, just who was taking advantage of who.
Weren't you still the one who tricked me first?
If that's how you want to put it, before I became a child, it was you who fed me medicine. Perhaps it was that very medicine that caused me to.
Don't speak nonsense. That was in order to save you. Anyway, you tricked me first, so I'm mad. All this noble imperial concubine stuff, we'll talk about it after I'm done being angry.
She ran away in such a hurry and had such a guilty expression. Could it actually have been her medicine that caused me to turn into a child? After taking that medicine, my old ailment truly has stabilized. But does such a mysterious medicine with such miraculous effects as to even turn someone into a child really exist? And even if it does, how would that ordinary palace maid be able to use it so freely? Yuner, just who are you?
Maid's quarters.
I messed up. I forgot that I revealed the matter about the medicine while I was in front of Xiao Feng. That bastard emperor wouldn't possibly be doubting my identity now, right? This is not good. I've got to hurry up and gather the divine medicines to treat Feng Zhao's ailment so I can complete my mission and get out of here. Otherwise, it'll be bad if I end up getting exposed. There's strength in numbers. I'll have to find some of my fellow immortals to help me search for the divine medicines. Divine Arts Whirlpool Gate.
Hey Xiao Mian, I've arrived.
The creator is here.
Yun Mian, why have you beckoned us here? We were in the middle of a card game.
That's right. I was about to win. Your summon has cost me a couple of million divine seeds.
As if it hadn't been for Xiao Mian's summon, even your golden cudgel would belong to us by now.
Fellow immortals, Yun Mian has disturbed your esteemed selves. This summon was because I have a sincere request. Might you know the whereabouts of these 5 divine items? I must obtain them in order to treat my host's affliction.
For it to be these 5 rare items, they're all heavenly treasures.
These treasures are all said to be guarded by either immortals or demons, and their whereabouts have been concealed. They're not that easy to get a hold of.
Xiao Mian, this immortal doesn't know of them and can't help you. One of those. This immortal seems to have seen it somewhere.
Where? Please think.
I think Fenglin County, that's right. This immortal has seen the Fushi in Fenglin County.
Fenglin County, huh? That seems to be the place that I used my divine arts to send that maid Yuner to, when she left the palace. What a coincidence.
Yun Mian, this immortal will remind you that these divine medicines were born from the gathered chi of heaven and earth. Once picked, they must be used immediately or they'll scatter into nothingness. That's why if you're planning to use them if you're your host, you'll have to bring him with you.
So there was such a condition. Thank you for telling me, Master. Yun Mian thanks her esteemed fellow immortals. Once I've completed my mission, I'll treat all of you to your fill of fairy wine.
Then we shall offer our wishes for you to complete your mission quickly. We'll be heading back then, to continue with our card game.
Xiao Mian Mian, when you get back, let's go and take a bath together in the heavenly river.
Monkey, let's continue where we left off once we get back if you dare.
Don't act as if I'm afraid of you.
I didn't consider that my fellow immortals wouldn't know the locations of all the divine items either, but anything is still better than nothing. Fonglin County, I have to bring Feng Xiao there quickly. Wait, wasn't I bestowed with some noble imperial concubine Yun title or something? Yuner just happens to be in Fonglin County too. If I see her, I can pull of a substitution and switch Yuner back. Who knows, if things go well, I could complete my mission right there. Actions speak louder than words. I'm going to go look for Feng Xiao. I have to trick him into leaving the palace.
Imperial quarters.
How is the investigation?
Reporting to your majesty, this one has investigated the Imperial Clinic and there is indeed a person named Chen Chuan. He just recently entered the palace and his background is spotless. There's not a single issue.
Spotless? Is there a single person who's lived a life so smooth that even an investigation such as this couldn't turn up a single blemish? Not having a single issue is the biggest issue. Continue investigating.
Yes, sir.
As for that Chen Fei whom I sent to the cold palace, she seemed to be aware of my old ailment. Have you discovered who's behind her yet?
Reporting to your majesty, Chen Fei has been keeping to herself and no one has contacted her.
Is that so? It seems those old fogies are hiding themselves quite well. Interesting.
Emperor, Yuner is here to see you.
The Emperor is currently resting. Unauthorized staff may not enter. Leave.
Little maid? You are dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Didn't that woman flee just this morning? Why is she searching for me all of a sudden?
Who's unauthorized? I'm the Emperor's newly appointed noble imperial concubine Yun. The noble imperial concubine Yun, understand? Seriously, you second-rate employees, hurry up and let me.
Were you refusing to be the noble imperial concubine just this morning? Why do you seem quite willing to me now?
Respect to the Emperor.
Feng Xiao? I've thought it through now. Noble imperial concubine Yun sounds pretty good. I have something to discuss with you, so let's go talk inside.
What do you have to discuss with me? Or are you just that impatient to warm my bed for me, noble imperial concubine Yun?
I can certainly warm the bed for you, but are you sure you could get it up?
If you're so doubtful, why not test it right now?
No need. Your old ailment is acting up again and your body is weak, so don't. If you end up coughing blood and fainting again, it'll have to be me who saves you.
Yuner, how is it you know that my old ailment is acting up again? This matter is an imperial secret. The ones who found out, if I haven't imprisoned them then it's because I've already killed them.
What? Are Feng Zhao's methods so ruthless? No wonder no one in the palace has ever brought it up, nor has he previously been treated by an imperial physician.
Yuner, how is it that you understand my condition so thoroughly, and were even able to produce a medicine that turned me into a child? What's more, while I was a child, you were able to deal with the people Chen Fei sent by your own strength. These are not things that a normal palace maid would be able to accomplish. Yuner, are you truly just a maid?
Of course I am. It's just that I've studied some martial arts and medicine on my own.
Is that so? I believe you since you hold a special place in my heart, so Yuner had better not disappoint that trust.
Of course not. In any case, I would never harm you. All right, Your Majesty, I came looking for you for an important reason. Feng Xiao really is suspicious of me. This cover won't hold for much longer. I have to hurry and get him out of the palace so that I can switch the real Yuner back.
What is it?
Your Majesty, look at all these beautiful lands are flourishing under your reign, and the people within them are also at peace. With such a large domain, shouldn't you go out and take a look around?
Go out and take a look around? Out where?
To Fonglin County. Ahem, actually you don't have to go there exactly, but my hometown happens to be there, so I thought that I could greet my relatives along the way, and share some of your benevolence with them as well. Of course all of that is secondary. When your Majesty's wisdom and divinity came to mind, and the fact that those ordinary people outside of the palace rarely have a chance to see your handsome face, I couldn't help but feel troubled and regretful on their behalf. Feng Xiao's thoughts are hard to grasp. It's likely that he won't act on my words. If he refuses, what am I going to do?
Okay.
Please think about it some more, Your Majesty. You can. Huh? What did you say?
I said okay, we exit the palace tomorrow.
You're really agreeing? Just like that?
Do you not want to? Forget it then, I'll…
No, I do. I'll see Your Majesty tomorrow then. You're a great and magnificent ruler, whose words are worth more than gold. You absolutely can't go back on your word. I'll go back and start packing right now. This man isn't as smart as I thought after all. All it took was a few random words for him to agree.
This woman is even more foolish than I thought, running away the moment things go her way and making her intentions crystal clear.
Master, are you truly leaving the palace?
Those old foxes have hidden themselves too deep. With me inside the palace, they'll hold their cards and won't make any moves. But if I leave the palace, I don't believe they will be able to pass up such an opportunity.
But Master, this is too dangerous.
It's not. I have my own plans. Contact by Ban and spread the news of my leaving the palace in secret. Make sure that those old guys find out.
Yes, sir.
Well then, why don't I go take a look at that woman's hometown?
You're certain it's true? The Emperor really plans to exit the palace tomorrow?
Indeed, our people inside the palace have reported that the Emperor will bring the newly promoted noble Imperial Concubine Yun out on a trip tomorrow, and their destination is noble Imperial Concubine Yun's hometown, Fonglin County.
To go to such an out-of-the-way place for a mere concubine? That's fine. Such a place makes it easier for this old man to make a move.
Master, what are your intentions?
Dispatch a squad of disposables to Fonglin County in secret ahead of time to assassinate the Emperor. Regardless of whether they're successful, no one in that squad is to be left alive, understood?
Yes, sir.
Finally, the great Xiaogui is heading towards days of change.
Next day, Fonglin County.
My lord, we have arrived in Fonglin County.
Yay, we're finally here. I'm exhausted. This Fonglin County is way too far. I sat in there for 6 hours. I sat for so long that my butt hurts. If it weren't for the fact that the divine medicine needs to be used on site, I would have flown here myself ages ago. It wouldn't have even taken half the time it would take to burn an incense stick, and I wouldn't have to suffer.
Are you regretting it? If that's the case, then we might as well head back as soon as we can.
I'm not regretting anything. Though Fonglin County isn't as developed as the capital and appears to be just a normal town, it has its own distinct style.
Isn't this your hometown? Why does it seem like you're seeing it for the first time?
I just haven't been back for a while. It's just homesickness. This emperor really is getting more and more perceptive by the day. Until I find Yuner, I'm really going to have to watch my words and actions.
Is that so?
Those two aren't from our town, are they? You can tell from their manner that they aren't ordinary people.
You can tell they're rich from one look in that man. He's so handsome.
Right, I don't even dare look at him. Is the one beside him his wife? So beautiful.
Master, there are a lot of people here. Should we find a place to stay first?
Yes, Hong Zhong. I'll leave the arrangements to you.
Dear customers, are you here to enjoy yourselves?
Who's this?
Who are you?
This one is the page of the Dragon's Gate Inn. Since these esteemed guests have only just arrived in our county, why not stay at our inn? Our inn is large and spacious. Your peace of mind and satisfaction are guaranteed.
My lord, what do you think?
Sure, let's stay there.
Excellent. Then esteemed guests, please follow me.
Feng Xiao, are we really going to follow this page? He seems way too welcoming to me. Something feels off.
On matters such as this, you're pretty sharp, but don't worry. Let's go. I'll take care of everything.
Why do everyone's gazes feel so off? Could it be that these people have figured out Feng Xiao's identity?
Stop glancing around.
Hey Feng Xiao, could it be that they've figured out who you are? What other reason would they have to be practically burning a hole through us by staring?
What kind of conclusions are you jumping to? If they knew who I was, they certainly would not be looking at us that way.
Oh, welcome to our inn. Might I ask if you're planning to stay for the night or just for a meal?
Staying the night, I'd like your best room.
Of course, one of the best rooms in the house.
Wait, How could you only ask for one room? Did you forget about me? I need a room too.
I didn't forget. You'll be staying with me.
What? Staying in the same room together? No way. Don't think that just because you have a pretty face you can get your way. We have to get 2 rooms. What is this bastard emperor thinking, sharing a room? Could he be lusting after my beauty and harboring bad intentions?
Just what do you take me for? I had good intentions in wanting to protect this woman, yet she fails to appreciate them.
In any case, I want my own room.
Noble, miss, don't you realize?
Fine, 2 rooms then. Shopkeeper, please prepare 2 of your best rooms.
Excellent. Guests, please follow me upstairs.
In that case, I'm heading up to the room first to rest, okay?
Fine.
Please head up.
To follow 2 masters such as these, I sure have it rough. I should have switched shifts with Fakai.
Luckily, I acted quickly. If I'd actually ended up sharing a room with Feng Xiao, how would I have time to search for the divine medicines? Finding the divine medicines is my top priority. I have to take advantage of Feng Xiao not being here and find an assistant to help me.
Miss Fairy, that fairy wine smells exquisite. May we have some?
Of course, as long as you help me find the location of this Fuji, this entire bottle of fairy wine is yours.
Got it. Leave it to us. Fonlin County is our territory. We know it well.
The divine medicine is almost mine. I hope these butterflies will bring me good news.
It would seem Fonlin County boasts an excellent ecosystem for there to be so many butterflies about.
Your Majesty, there's obviously something off about this inn. Noble Imperial Concubine Yun appears to be quite weak. Isn't letting her stay by herself a little.
Weak? She isn't weak at all. With just a wave of her hand, that woman can send an entire group of thugs flying.
She's that strong? It seems this servant was worrying too much then. She should be fine alone.
What do you mean fine? Go stand guard outside her room. Nothing is to happen to her.
But Your Majesty, didn't you say that Noble Imperial Concubine Yun could send an entire group of thugs flying with a wave of her hand? If that's the case, this servant still has to protect you, Your Majesty.
This is a black market. Can such blood-soaked evildoers be compared to mere ordinary thugs? If I say to go, then you shall go. I still have the protection of the Shadow Guard.
Yes, Your Majesty. His Majesty may claim that Noble Imperial Concubine Yun is strong, yet he's clearly still worrying for her. I really wish the Noble Imperial Concubine could see his contradictory nature for herself.
It's gotten dark, but I still don't know if those butterflies have found anything yet or not.
Miss Fairy, we've found the location of that divine medicine.
You found it? That's great. Hurry up and bring me there.
Sure. Follow us, Miss Fairy.
If I can be sure it's the divine medicine Fuji, then I'll bring Feng Xiao there tomorrow and use it on him immediately.
Feng Forest.
Such rich divine energy. I had no idea Fonlin County had such a mysterious area.
This isn't a place that ordinary people could find. In other words, it's a place only we could discover. Miss Fairy, the Fuji is right there in the center of the lake.
The lake center? It really is the Fuji. That's great. You all did great. This bottle of fairy wine is for you. Great. Now that I know it's here, I can bring Feng Xiao right over tomorrow. Luckily, I was quick-witted enough to get a room to myself. Unless something happens at the inn, Feng Xiao will never know I slipped out.
A moonless night is simply the best for one to start a killing fest. It's time to move.
Not bad, number 3, to have lured those fat sheep straight into our inn. In a moment, I'm gonna chop that man up and turn him into man-meat dumplings.
Kill the man and leave the woman.
Make sure to clean up their cash first. Strip them down until not even their underwear is left.
Enough. Number 5's drugs should have kicked in by now. Let's go. Remember, don't waste words when you can act. We have to be organized, whether dead or alive. Don't let a single one go.
Yes, don't let a single one go.
You've kept us waiting a long time. So slow.
What? The drugs didn't knock them out?
Shopkeeper, do we still attack?
Attack my ass! Can't you see how outnumbered we are? Do you think you can take on 5 people at once? Or that I can?
Shut the door, whether dead or alive. Don't let a single one go.
Yes, sir.
We're doomed!
Shopkeeper, they also said not to let a single one go. What do we do?
Since it's come to this and we have no retreat, our only choice is to... Good sir, you can't do this. We're all civilized people here. There's no need for weapons. We should deal in virtue.
Heh, deal in virtue?
Not good. My lord, Miss Yun is gone.
What? Didn't I tell you to guard her? How can she be gone?
This servant doesn't know. This servant was clearly guarding her door the entire time.
Damn it. It seems I've looked down on you lot, seeing as you dared to kidnap my woman.
What? Shopkeeper, when did we kidnap that woman?
Why are you asking me?
Hurry up and speak. Where did you take my lord's wife?
Young man, how could you ignore martial protocol and launch a sneak attack? I was careless and didn't dodge.
If you don't tell me, you'll die.
Sir, this is injustice. We did mean to make a move, but you can see that we weren't able to. Are you going to wipe us all out? I really didn't kidnap your wife.
An entire living person disappeared from their room. If you didn't kidnap her, are you telling me she can fly?
Oh wow. Sir, maybe your wife really can fly. We really didn't do anything.
Huh, do you take me for a fool?
Why's the inn closed? It couldn't be that they're all asleep? What's going on? So many people. Is this some kind of midnight mixer or something?
Sir, look. Isn't your wife just fine? We didn't kidnap her. You believe me now, right?
Yuner, why are you coming in from outside?
I thought the nighttime scenery was nice, so I went out to take a look.
Drag this bunch out.
Yes, sir.
Spare us, sir. We'll never do this again.
We'll definitely turn over a new leaf. Please spare us.
Aren't those the shopkeeper and staff? What did they do? What exactly happened while I was gone?
Longmanen is a gangster inn and they plan to rob and kill us tonight.
Gangster inn? You knew this earlier, right? Why did you decide to live here?
I rule this country, including the small county. I cannot let these gangster inns threaten people. I cannot ignore them.
My lord, I see. You're such a good and wise king. Well, it's time to sleep, and I gotta go upstairs.
Today I sent Baiban to protect you from being killed by those people. Would you tell me the truth? How could you go outside?
I opened the door and walked outside. I thought you fell asleep, so I didn't want to bother you and snuck out.
Well, you must excel in martial arts. Even Baiban couldn't notice that you left your room.
My lord, that's impossible. I kept staring at the door of her room. I promise she didn't open the door.
Yuner, could you explain this to me?
Well, it's simple, and it's clear. My lord, that's because of Baiban. He might have bad eyesight.
Me?
Of course. Anyway, that's not my problem. You didn't see me walking outside, so you must have bad eyesight. Otherwise, you must ignore me on purpose. How could you blame it on me? You should be ashamed of yourself.
You, my lord.
You should get the nerve to admit your mistake. There is no need for you to beg for mercy. I'm so angry, and I need some space to calm down. I'll go back to my room. Baiban, you should reflect on yourself.
My lord, I didn't behave as she accused me of.
I trust you. I knew you finished your job carefully. She didn't open the door to go outside.
Then, how did Miss Yun go outside? Could she jump out of the window? But we live on the 3rd floor. Even though she's good at martial arts, she couldn't dare to do this. And nobody noticed her sneaking out.
Investigate her for me. Tell me about her previous experience and hobbies once you find some related information. Remember to keep it a secret.
Yes, my lord.
What is her real identity?
Oh no, he must suspect me this time. But I gotta trick him into coming with me to get the herb. He won't believe me anymore. Screw it, it's near dawn. I can knock him out and take him there immediately. He doesn't need to be sober anyway. Right, just take him there. I can deal with him by using my fan.
I assume that Baiban will tell me everything related to Yuner tomorrow. Then I can find out her real identity.
My lord. Owie.
Yuner?
That is sore. It's so strange that he stands behind the door without locking it.
How dare you come here and find me? I think she will feel diffident in front of me because of giving no explanations about her going out, but she's here now.
Haha, I think you must be awake since you haven't locked the door. Did you just come into the room?
Yeah. I was downstairs and pondered over the way you went outside. After all of my guards didn't discover you.
You believe me, right?
Well, I should believe you. So why are you here? Are you going to tell me something important?
Well, nothing. He must be suspecting me. He must be sounding out my intention. I'd better move quickly and use my fan to get him fainted. But I gotta control my strength. Otherwise, he will become a fool.
Okay then. You know, you talk with me about urgencies every time you find me. This time.
Now.
You don't behave like that, What are you doing?
I'm fanning you to cool you off. It's hot in summer. Why does he turn around suddenly? He almost scares me to death.
Oh yeah?
Your fan is a piece of exquisite workmanship.
Yuner, where did you get it?
When I was turned into little, she used the fan to defeat those people sent by Concubine Chen. Was she trying to fan me just now?
Damn. Average people cannot use my fan. Otherwise, they would see something weird due to its mysterious power.
Tell me where you get this fan.
My lord, it's just a normal fan.
But it looks uncommon.
What are they?
Petals of peach blossoms? I remember that I have seen some petals on my bed in the palace. Could it be a coincidence?
Haha.
Are they petals of peach blossoms?
Oh, maybe it's because the window is open.
Well, but I'm certain that no petals have blown in. Maybe it's because I'm using this fan.
So you finally discover my secrets. Then I have to tell you the truth. To be honest.
What?
Surprise! Are you surprised? I saw peach blossoms in full bloom when I went out, so I picked up a lot of petals to show you. I didn't expect you to find some falling out of my sleeves. Now, I have no choice but to conjure up a bunch of petals to smooth it. Feng Xiao shouldn't suspect anything, right?
Oh, really?
Yes, of course. By the way, those peach blossom trees are blooming beautifully. Let me show you. In this way, I can trick Feng Xiao into going to Fenglin Forest. I'm such a clever cutie.
Lead the way.
Ah, you agree? Then give me back my fan and we'll go now.
What did you say?
No, nothing.
Then let's go.
This devil bastard. Calm down. I have to hold back. Immortal medicine is the most important, so I should get it before finding a way to take the fan back.
Let's go.
Peach blossoms have already withered in the season. Where did she get their petals? I'll figure out what she wants to do.
Fenglin Forest.
Right here. Here it is. It's beautiful here, isn't it?
How did you find this place? There are really peach blossoms blooming here. It's amazing that such a beautiful place can be found in the small Fenglin County. Why didn't my secret guards find it?
It's just a coincidence. Wait here and enjoy the scenery. I'll fetch something and come back soon. I have to sneak to the middle of the lake for the immortal medicine and throw it directly into his mouth.
Wait.
Who are you that dare to enter my territory?
What? A nine-tailed fox? The fox is full of fairy art. Is it the strange fairy who guards the medicine? How come I didn't see this guy yesterday, but he showed up when I'm here with Feng Xiao?
What are you that you can speak like a human?
You have no manners. I am the same as this girl beside you.
Wait, none of this matters. I'm here only to get immortal medicine. I can't allow it to reveal my identity.
Immortal medicine?
Anyway, no matter how difficult it is, I'll take it. Damn, I've blurted it out. It happened so suddenly. Anyway, so I'd better get the medicine first and then try to explain it to him.
You want it? You can have it.
Really?
But you two must pass my trial before that.
What?
Yuner? Damn, is this witchcraft?
In this case, I'll make your own dreams come true. The trial begins.
The trial?
Smoke and mirrors bring blurred vision. The only way to return to the real world is to break the illusion.
Who are you? How dare you trespass in my palace?
I'm Yuner. Feng Xiao, why can't you recognize me?
How dare you call me by my name? How dare you use the Empress's name? You want to die?
Your Majesty, please. Maybe she happens to be called Yuner. Why not spare her life? Our child is still watching now.
What's going on? Have I and Yuner switched back? She's even pregnant with his child?
Trespassing in the palace is a capital crime, but my Empress has asked for mercy, so I won't kill you. Guards, drag her for 50 floggings and kick her out.
You shouldn't have me beaten. I've made efforts to look for immortal medicine for your illness. I even saved you when you were turned into a kid. Not only are you ungrateful, but you're having babies with someone else behind my back.
Monster.
Is Yuner really going to give birth? That means my mission is done? I've achieved my dream, so I can return to the fairyland. Promotion and raise are just around the corner. I should be happy, but why? Why am I crying? Feng Xiao, how could he fail to recognize me?
Is it raining? Is this the Imperial Palace?
You're nothing but a maid. How dare you seduce the Emperor with your coquettish look? Do you want to be the Empress? You're too humble for it.
Stop!
Your Majesty?
Concubine Chen, how dare you slap her?
What happened? Wasn't she expelled to the deserted palace by me? In addition, Yuner is never weak, and why was she bullied so badly?
Your Majesty, you've wronged me. This maid was about to fall down and I just wanted to help her. Do you think so, Yuner?
You.
Yes, Your Majesty. My falling down has nothing to do with her.
Yuner, you.
Your Majesty, Yuner has said so. I really didn't do that.
Get lost!
Yes.
Your Majesty, you shouldn't have been angry with Concubine Chen. It was all my fault. I'm greatly grateful to you to save me.
She's beaten you so much and you were just going to let it go?
I know you love me, but I'm just a maid now, so how could I disobey her? But you've said I would be your Empress, right?
I did say so. But why do I feel the girl in my arms so strange that I want to push her away? Peach blossom petals?
Ah!
That is?
Your Majesty?
Wait a minute. That's the girl in my dream? Stop. Who are you? Who the hell are you? Why is she so familiar to me? What? What on earth is going on?
Your Majesty, what's wrong with you?
Yuner?
Your Majesty, are you reluctant to crown me as your Empress? Do you regret it?
No. I definitely love Yuner, but why do I not feel any joy at this moment? Why is the Yuner in front of me so strange?
Petals? The beautiful girl has gone, but the peach blossoms are still blooming. It's all over. It's time for me to leave.
Why haven't the midwives come yet?
Feng Xiao?
It's you? Why are you still here? Guards, get this girl away.
Yes.
He really doesn't recognize me.
Yun Mian.
Goddess of fertility? Greetings to your highness.
Goodness, she's actually a fairy? A miracle. I shouldn't be asked to hit her just now. This is my first time seeing fairies. Am I dreaming?
Is she a fairy?
Yun Mian, you've accomplished your mission well. Come back to the fairyland with me.
Right, my mission is complete and I should go back, but why am I?
What's wrong? We need to go back.
Please wait for a moment and let me say goodbye at last.
Yun Mian.
Feng Xiao, do you really not remember me?
Fairy, this is our first sight, and I've never seen you before.
He really forgot me. Fine, I'm just a passerby, so be it. Something strange. If I'm not mistaken, he looked at me in awe just now. You. I really saw awe on his face. The Feng Xiao I know is a mortal emperor, but so fearless that he'll never show such an expression, even when facing an existence beyond his knowledge, such as the nine-tailed fox.
I didn't know your identity and offended you just now. Please forgive me.
He even got nervous? Feng Xiao, can you answer me a question?
Just ask, and I'll answer seriously.
Since you've made Yuner the Empress, she must be your dearest. But if you had to choose between us, who would you want? Think about your answer.
To choose between you and Yuner? I definitely like her. But compared with you, I must pick you.
Ha ha ha, it's really the case. I guessed it.
Why are you laughing? Is there something wrong with my answer?
There's no problem at all. It's just as I expected. But I also knew what happened. I've seen it through.
Yun Mian, it's time to return to the fairyland.
Feng Xiao I know is emotional and fearless, and he won't back down even being coerced by fairies. If the question I just asked was answered by Feng Xiao, I know he would have chosen his love. So you're fake.
So, Your Majesty, you'll be with me all the time, right?
Your Majesty, she's a monster. Get away from her.
Concubine Jue? What's going on? Why was she free from the deserted palace? And why is this scene so familiar?
Your Majesty, don't be deluded by the monster. She's seducing you. Your Majesty quickly decrees to kill her.
Your Majesty, I'm not a monster.
How dare you still delude him? I'll kill you.
What?
Your Majesty, help! I don't want to die.
Yuner, you. Did she use me as her shield? How could it be possible? She is? Is it you again? Who the hell are you? You. Does she disappear again? Why did she touch my chest? Did she? Is it the fan I took from Yuner before? This fan protected me from the sword raised by Concubine Shui, so is the virtual girl also created by it? What does she have to do with the fan?
Your Majesty, forgive me. I didn't mean to stab you. I just wanted to kill her.
Are you all right, Your Majesty? Did you hurt? Just now,
Yuner, did you mean to use me as your shield just now?
No. I just subconsciously hid behind you. Your Majesty, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have hidden. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been injured.
It's okay. Avoiding harm is an instinct. Only very few fools will be selfless enough at the risk of their own lives.
Your Majesty, what do you mean by this?
Yuner, I want to ask you a question. Is this your fan?
It's of exquisite workmanship, not like ordinary products. It's not something that I can own.
I guessed right.
Your Majesty.
The Yuner I know is bold, as if no one can threaten her. However, she's kind and innocent, willing to sacrifice herself to save me at all costs. She'll never be timid and servile like an ordinary woman.
Your Majesty, what are you saying? I don't understand.
I can be cheated by my 5 senses. Everything can be false, except for my heart. That's why you were strange to me, and I felt disgusted by your touch at the beginning.
What?
She is my love, and you are not her.
All in front of me are illusions. Both the scenery and people are false. It's my obsession that got me into this trap. But fortunately, you are not him.
Yunmian, what are you saying? Come back to the fairyland with me.
Stop pretending. It's just an illusion, and I'll break it.
Ah, no.
Yuner. Listen to me, I've already known that you are Yuner. I'll make you the Empress and be with you in all my life. Yuner, I'm so infatuated with you. You won't hurt me, will you?
I'm sorry that I will.
What? Yuner, how could you?
I surely could. After all, you are not him.
Ouch! How could you hurt me? I am Feng Xiao. Yuner, help!
Everything is false except for my heart. It's time to end.
Your Majesty, what are you saying? I am Yuner. Don't you love me?
I don't know what you are or who's behind this, but it's ridiculous to try to pull such a clumsy trick on me.
No, I don't. Your Majesty, no one is lying to you. This is your palace. I am also your Yuner.
Don't use her appearance to make such a pretentious expression. It's disgusting.
Your Majesty, you said you loved me. Did you lie? Will you really hurt me?
Why not?
Your Majesty?
After all, you're not her.
Ouch! Your Majesty, I'm in pain. Why did you wound me? Save me.
Well, whatever you are, as long as you dare to pretend to be Yuner, you'll be dead.
Collapse. Feng Xiao? It's the Fenglin Forest?
Yuner?
Feng Xiao?
Are you Yuner?
Are you Feng Xiao?
Of course I am.
Finally, it seems that we're back to reality this time. You bastard! How dare you have a baby with another woman in the illusion? You went too far and I'm so pissed off.
Illusion?
No, I'm talking about a dream. You misheard me. How dare you get unfaithful to me in my dreams? I almost forgot he's a mortal who is unfamiliar with such things as illusions.
Are you mad at me just because you dreamed about me having a baby with others?
Of course. That's my dream. I have every right to be angry about.
Huh, very well.
I'm cross with you now. Why are you laughing?
You're mad at me for having a dream about me with someone else, which means you care about me. I'm so happy to hear that.
You're talking nonsense. How could I?
Ah! Watch out!
Feng Xiao, are you okay? Is your head injured?
Yuner,
Why are you calling my name suddenly?
you are real and right here. It really made me happy.
Real Yuner? But I'm not her. What did he see in the illusion?
Ouch!
Who is it?
Are you guys done? How dare you show affection in my territory?
This little girl has the air of the nine-tailed fox. So is she the strange fairy?
Her territory?
Yes, I'm the one you saw before.
Hey, sister. Oh, it's you. How come you're here too? What a coincidence. I won't let him know that this girl is the nine-tailed fox.
Sister?
What? Who is your sister?
Don't you recognize me? We're both villagers in Finglin County. I lived next door to you when you were just a baby, and you've grown up now, haha.
Nonsense! I turned smaller for lack of power, as you broke the illusion.
Ha ha ha. She's had a brain illness since her babyhood. Don't listen to her nonsense.
Really? But why haven't I heard you mention her?
Because it happened before I met you. I am quite excited when seeing her suddenly. So I'll chat with her and be back soon.
The dream just now is definitely unusual, so is the little girl popping up. What exactly is Yuner hiding from me?
Tell me, are you the annoying fox who created the illusion to torment us or not?
I am the Lord of Green Hill and an auspicious beast. How dare you insult me?
Don't put on airs, just answer me.
Ouch, stop, show me respect.
Now that you turn into a kid, I'll beat you unless you tell the truth.
I did that, so what? You're so bad to trespass on my territory and intend to rob the immortal medicine guarded by me. Am I wrong to stop you? Besides, not only are you a fairy, the man you brought here is extraordinary. To get him into the illusion, I almost exhausted all my power. Now he broke it just with a sword.
So are you blaming us? Did Feng Xiao really exhaust her whole power? But he's just a mortal. How could it be?
Of course you are to blame. You occupied my territory to steal my medicine, drain out all my power, made me a kid, and even scolded me. You two bandits.
Hey, you are an immortal beast after all. How could you cry like that? Do you want to lose your dignity? And since you're immortal, why do you guard the medicine? It's of no use to you.
I think it's pretty, so I want to guard it. I warn you not to steal my immortal medicine.
What? What did you say?
You! How could you just pick it up so quickly?
Oh, right. The medicine must be eaten immediately. I have to let Feng Xiao eat it immediately.
What? You bandit! Stop!
Feng Xiao.
Huh?
Come on, Feng Xiao. Eat this now.
What's this?
Stop asking questions. Just eat it. It's good for you. Do it. Hurry. It's gonna dissipate.
Wait! You can't! You just feed it to a mortal directly like that?
Yep. Do you have any problems? He's already taken it. You can't take it back. Feng Xiao?
I have no intention of taking it back. I'm just shocked by your behavior. Is he your foe? Otherwise, you wouldn't have made him eat it directly. He's just a mortal. The slightest part of the immortal medicine will prolong his life. But you actually put the whole thing in his mouth. He may blow up any minute now.
What? Feng Xiao, spit it out quickly.
It's too late. The medicine is already in his stomach.
Then do something about it. Don't just stand there. What should we do now?
Stop shaking me. There's nothing I can do. But he's kind of different. Maybe he can make it?
It doesn't make me feel any better.
Well, the only thing you can do now is to drain the excess energy from his body. This is the only way I can come up with now. It's your choice.
Drain the excess energy? What should I do? It's all my fault. How could I make the same mistake as the last time? I was too reckless. I should have asked before I... Feng Xiao, please be safe. Feng Xiao?
Yuner.
This is weird. His hand is so hot. Is that because of the immortal medicine? It's me. How are you feeling right now? Any discomfort? Feng Xiao? Are you okay?
I feel unwell.
What? Unwell? Where? Get up quickly. Let me check it out for you.
Feng Xiao, what are you doing?
I'm so hot.
What? Hot? Wait. Drain the excess energy. Was she talking about having sex?